program is furnished by amp2tv.square.
The opinions expressed on the following sponsored program are strictly those of the host, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of this station, its staff, management, or sponsors.
It's lunchtime and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from the Amp Media Studios, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat in the Brooklyn Cafe and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in toll free 888-994-4995, Studio A right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S.
Welcome. Hangover Monday.
Hangover Monday. You had a busy weekend?
The NBA All-Stars game was played this weekend, and the guy from that team out on the West Coast went wackadoodle.
Steph Curry?
Yes. 16 threes. 16. He probably would have done more, but the clock finished.
Wow.
I mean, that is just, 3 times 16 is 48 points.
Was it a good game then?
I think the West destroyed the East. I didn't see it. Anybody see it? I didn't see it.
Flick, did you see it? It was a good game.
Did the West destroy the East?
No, it's not the West anymore.
Grab a mic.
It's not a West.
Oh, it's not an East-West no more?
It's not an East-West anything anymore, he says.
Because LeBron and Durant made their own team. So it's kind of like they pick out, like imagine 2 basketball players just picking out players that they like.
First of all, LeBron and LeBron.
He sets the camera and he sits down.
LeBron and Curry hated each other during the finals. They even got into an altercation.
I don't think they hated each other. It's just competition. It's competition.
And now, because he won the All-Star game with him, he was all smiles and hugs.
It's competition. I feel like competition always brings out people thinking that they hate each other. I don't think they ever did.
Yeah.
You know, it's really interesting you say that. Because competition should not bring out hate. Competition should bring out camaraderie and networking. Instead, it brings out the in everybody.
Really? Like the University of Wisconsin beating Michigan University in basketball, college basketball. And Howard gets into an altercation with the coach from Wisconsin. You know why?
Why?
Because there was 17 seconds left and Wisconsin called a timeout. Because they wanted to celebrate a little bit. You know, I mean, that's a big win for them. So Howard took exception. So he was going to walk by the line without shaking the coach's hand. You don't do that. Now, everybody in the sports world saying that the guy should not have reached out to Howard to shake his hand. And he wanted to explain why he took the timeout, but Howard was having none of it. So he smacked him.
Happy President's Day, everyone. Good morning. Happy Monday, everyone, and welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Who ate your Cheerios today?
I'm just saying, wasn't Howard the guy during the basketball championships in the game called a timeout when they didn't have any timeouts and he lost the national championship? Wasn't that the same Howard?
Are you asking me?
Yeah.
I have absolutely no idea.
He has been very much in the rum Gubba zone. Only you are in this Cheerio lacking milk zone today.
That's not that. I just don't like it when people fight. Okay,
Dawn,
Flores.
thank you for coming
Do you
to
know
my defense. I appreciate
Flores, the coach from the Miami Dolphins? You know him?
Yes.
Brian Flores.
He got
He
hired
is now
by.
speaking up.
No, he got hired.
Yes.
By the Pittsburgh Steelers.
It's great though. You now to pay him $2, $3, $4, $5 million, and he's still suing the league.
And he's still suing the league. Would you hire some? If I sue you, would you hire me?
Probably not. But hey,
Someone else
that's
hired
just
him.
me. I don't know.
I don't understand why that's even. I don't get it.
I don't know. Happy Monday, everyone. We'll start again. Good morning. Welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe Show live on WWNN Radio. Wow, you had that kind of weekend, huh, Freddie? Give us a call at the radio station to comment on what's going on in Freddie's life.
Saturday night was fun.
888-565-1470. Good morning, Ryan. Good morning to our radio man.
Good morning.
How are you doing over there in Radio World?
Hey, doing pretty well. Happy to hear from y'all.
It's good to hear you as well. It's President's Day. A lot of things are closed, but yet a lot of things are still open, including us. So give us a call if you are enjoying your day off and celebrating President's Day. I think our crew is going to get into the nitty-gritty and trivia on what today really is.
I really want to know why we celebrate President's Day.
I'm going to tell you about
Why
that.
do we celebrate?
888-565-1470. Do you want to know?
Gubba knows. What do we celebrate?
Obviously, we're celebrating a combination of the birthdays of George Washington and Abraham Lincoln. George Washington was one of the founding fathers of the country, and Abraham Lincoln saved the Union and freed the slaves. Other than that, what did they do?
So these are only two presidents of the 50s?
The two birthdays are in February, about a week
That's
apart.
it?
Right, but it's much more convenient to have a Monday off so everybody can go shopping and buy stuff.
Correct. So
Because
they moved
Christmas
it.
is over.
So let me get this right. We're celebrating two presidents' birthdays.
Yes, sir.
Not the other 49, whatever it is.
Number 1 and number 16.
16? That's it? That's what today's about?
That's what today's about. We call it President's Day, which means now we get to include Millard Fillmore, Franklin Pierce, Tippy Canoe and Tyler Too,
Who are those guys?
William Henry Harrison, who I think was the guy who caught pneumonia at his inauguration.
That's
and,
a president?
And died a month later.
President Harrison?
William Henry Harrison, I think.
Did you know him?
Not personally, no.
Do you know of him?
Yes.
Never heard of him.
How about Zachary Taylor? He was big. Zachary Taylor.
Today's a perfect day for Steve Gubba to be here and all his knowledge. I gotta tell you.
President Grant.
Took Richmond. I know.
President
I'm kidding.
Grant. Ulysses.
Worst president ever
Ulysses.
voted.
You can't
in this
say that.
country. It was a
I
private
know,
thing
but
done. That's what I heard.
I think that's a bit of a travesty.
That's what I heard. I heard
No,
there was
you're
some
right.
kind of poll, he was the worst.
He
pick.
had a bit of an alcohol
Until
problem.
recently, we have some others.
We have some others, but no, he had an alcohol problem, and as many, this was a historic thing with the alcohol. We are a nation that likes to have a drink, and that's okay too.
Yes, which we got to partake with you on Saturday was lovely, I must say.
Well,
Talking
thank you
about
so much.
alcohol.
Thank you
Talking
for
about alcohol.
joining me. I really appreciated the support. We had a great time. I hope you did.
We had a great time.
And
It was different.
I got to be a Gubba girl for just a wee moment of the evening, but it was a whole lot of fun.
You did. You were a superstar
Thank
Gubba
you.
girl.
Gubba girl.
I think that you should put a all points bulletin out, hiring 6 Gubba girls in Gubba attire.
I got to tell you, a nice-looking Gubba guy could be well warranted as well.
No, we don't do Gubba guys.
Why?
Because guys drink the damn thing. We're Gubba guys already. We don't need to see Captain America.
But like
no,
Maluma?
No. What?
Maluma?
Yeah, Maluma
He would be a
ain't- no.
great Gubba guy, just saying. I guess I did watch that movie
Like
over the
I
weekend.
said, 6 Gubba gals. It doesn't even sound good, Gubba guy. It sounds.
Absolutely.
No, it sounds really.
You know, I was hoping, Freddie, you would be a Gubba guy because we have a
No.
bow tie all picked out for you.
No Gubba guys. Now, I think that 6 Gubba girls, and they go out on the floor and they have their little trays and they take pictures. I think people love that stuff.
You're absolutely right, but I have to say, the success of the day, in addition to being laid at your feet because you guys were fabulous, and I'm so grateful. I got a shout out to Lady Ashley of Lady Ashley's Party Planning and the fabulous Big John, because they did exactly what you just described. They worked the floor, they got
did.
people over, and the success of the event, absolutely their responsibility, and they get all the credit in the world.
They
And
did work the
It's
floor.
funny because they're so tall. They can see over all of us.
They worked the floor. I mean, right. So I walked into the bar. I get out of my car. Beware at Deck 84 on Saturday for a Gubba Rum sampling. I get out of my car. I walk up the ramp, and these 2 guys say, "Dawn." And I look up, and I have a Freddie moment of, do I know you?
Oops.
Not a clue. He says, "Do you know me?" I'm thinking, "No, I don't." And he says, "That's okay, because I don't know you either. I just read the name on your necklace." quickly I went into the bar, and then because I got 20 million questions as to who I was and what I was doing, and I looked up, and there was Lady Ashley, and quickly they escorted me over to find Steve and waiting for you. But I got to tell you, I don't miss that whole bar scene.
I'm gonna tell you, the thing was packed.
It was packed.
It was.
It was a waiting list.
Deck 84 was nice enough to host us on Saturday afternoon. We were there from 4 to 6. And Deck 84 doesn't need any help because they are such a successful bar. They were wonderful. They hosted us. They let us have people walking the floor, providing samples of Gubba Rum to all their patrons. And it is a fun bar, 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. I love it there. They have great food, great cocktails. They now serve Gubba Rum, so they're at the top of my list.
Nice.
And very shortly, we hope to be able to say that you can have cocktails at Deck 84 and just walk right across the Intracoastal Waterway right across the bridge to another store that I think is going to be picking up the slack for the late, great Boca Liquors.
Nice.
So we're very excited about that. Hasn't happened yet, but I think we're going to be good.
Good, because we need a locale too.
And they're up the road. I know that, but
No, that's okay.
we're going to work that out.
No road.
But I think that's fantastic because how many people did we meet on Saturday night that were from Boca and wanted to know how they could get it? So that's fantastic.
Many people, and we couldn't send them, unfortunately, to liquor stores that were really close enough as we wanted to. But this is going to turn around. We're back at it now that we can be back at it, and I'm very excited. Very excited about what's coming down the road.
I was shocked. I went out with him to make sure that the Gubba was on the outside bar, because there's an inside bar.
Yes.
And there's an outside bar. So everybody kept telling me you can go this way or that way. No, there is no this. If you go this way, it's one bar. If you go that way, it's another. So we go outside, and we go up the ramp, and this place is mobbed.
Mob.
I said, wow. So I told him, just go over to them, because you couldn't get their attention. You know, and he has the 2 bottles. Make sure that this is here. And the guy said, yeah, we got it. But my goodness gracious, that was mob. Then they had a singer. They had all the tables were packed. There was like a 25-minute wait.
Yeah, it's dynamite in the afternoon there. I mean, how can you beat it? It's 80 degrees. It's a beautiful day.
And it was raining and it was that busy. Can you imagine what it's like when people come over from the beach, how packed
it
is?
Oh, yeah. It's
It
great.
was a rainy day.
6 o'clock, I started noticing it started getting more Joe. And the line began to form out towards the front door. Because apparently 6 o'clock on is when that place begins to really get. But it was packed, man.
But it was a great event.
It was.
They should rename it the Deck 84 Gold Mine, because I mean, anybody who owns a bar in the universe must look at Deck 84 and say, why isn't that me? Because
Well,
it's
they're in
such
a
a,
great
it's
location.
fabulous. It's a great. They're geniuses. They have a great formula. And they have a great location. I mean, you got everything going for you.
And now they got Gubba Rum.
And now they got Gubba
So
Rum.
they're good to go.
I hope so.
We got to get it up to Seattle.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that lady wanted it in Seattle also.
I get that. When we do these tastings sometimes, somebody, and especially in Florida, you get people from all over the country. Ohio, Illinois, North Carolina, South Carolina, Seattle, I mean, everywhere. People come and they say, well, how do I get it? And what do I do? And I love this rum. And I say, thank you very much for loving the rum. If you want, I'll drive it out there. It's only a short 1-week drive each way to Seattle. I'm happy to do it.
I love that lady from Seattle. Best story. She's from Seattle. Her sister's from New Jersey. So her sister, her niece come in. She flies in from Seattle to visit their parents in Boynton Beach, who are in their 80s. They all wanted to come together for a family visit. And the parents, like the Venza commercial, said, gotta go. We've got a party today. You're on your own. And they had no idea where they were going to go, so they just went in the car and they started driving around. But you gotta love it, right? You come in to see your parents. Nope, we're busy today. You gotta fend for yourself.
There was a lot of stories in the house, which made the event even more delightful, because everybody was carrying a different version of why they were there. Because I kept asking, why are you here? I mean, the thing was packed.
Gina met a great lady.
Gina met a fan. And then the lady came and took her away. The lady came back.
They're going on vacation together,
The
apparently.
lady came back. She says, no, I told my friend that I wanted to say properly goodbye. And they exchanged numbers and all that.
Which was very nice.
It was very
So
nice.
Gina was sweet.
That's very nice.
Fantastic.
Wow.
Let's take a quick commercial break. When we come back, I think our crew has some things put together for President's Day. See how your weekend was shaken out. I did see Marry Me on Friday night.
How was it?
I'll let you know when we get back from commercial break. 888-565-1470. Say hi to Mr. Radio, and we'll be right back.
Cool, calm, collected. Needing a drink to end a long day, or maybe to start your vacation right? Gubba Rum is here to let you kick back and do just that. Inspired by a technique that dates back to the 1800s, these artisanal, organic, and naturally infused rums are made from pure cane and the finest fruits, spices, and herbs the world has to offer. Gubba Silver is infused with naturally shredded coconut, and Gubba Gold is infused with real vanilla bean. Simply shake and enjoy. Visit gubbarum.com to find the nearest location to buy or enjoy. All establishments have personally reviewed and enjoyed firsthand the wicked smoothness of Gubba Rum. 35% ABV and 70 proof. Gubba Rum, it's wicked smooth.
Welcome to Movies of Del Rey, a family-run movie theater that has been serving the Del Rey and Boca community for over 30 years. Open Wednesday through Sunday, Movies of Del Rey offers great admission prices, low concession prices, and quality customer service. Movies of Del Rey provides the quality of the big box theaters without the price tag. Movies of Del Rey provides new Hollywood content as well as new indie and independent movies. It truly is a hidden gem. Whether you're hosting a private event, party, or fundraiser, or are looking for your next date night activity, Movies of Del Rey is the perfect choice. Come on down to Movies of Del Rey, located at 7421 West Atlantic Ave in Delray Beach, or visit us online at moviesofdelray.com.
Hey everyone, I'm Lady Ashley and this is my husband, Big John.
The muscle behind the hustle.
We are the creators of this very unique party planning business, Lady Ashley Party Planning. We are known for all the details. We specialize in gorgeous balloon decor, floral displays, and handle all of your party planning needs from A to Z.
Please feel free to visit our website at ladyashleypartyplanning.com. Our email is abpartyplanning@yahoo.com, and our phone number is 561-542-2296.
Here at the Brooklyn Cafe, our subjects range from hot topics, feel-good stories, and back-in-the-day nostalgia. With guest personalities and business features, you just never know who you'll see on the show. With our brew crew on set, we always air live to inspire, educate, and create. Make it a date and have a day at the cafe. Join Dawn and Freddie every weekday morning from 9 to 10 a.m. and for lunch every weekday from 12 to 2. Amplify your voice. Call us at 866-224-5422 or visit our website at brooklyncafe.tv.
Even though some things are far away, we plan for them ahead of time because they're important. When it comes to your celebration of life, it's really no different. You want to plan ahead now so your family doesn't have to later, and create a service that reflects your values, character, and traditions, no matter what they may be. At Dignity Memorial, we listen to every detail and make sure everyone is remembered.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
We got hacked on Facebook over the weekend.
We both got hacked.
We got hacked. So we had to change the passwords and all that. We did what they told us to do. And then they throw us in jail.
Both of us. They hack us.
Facebook
But that's
jail.
how they stop things from growing. That's how Big Brother controls what we're doing. I honestly believe that.
But this is like, I get hit by somebody and I go to jail for somebody hitting me. It makes absolutely no sense.
None whatsoever. So if you're watching or listening, as Freddie always says, caring is sharing. Please share out the show and let us know what you think. Give us a call live at the radio station or write in at 888-565-1470. It is Monday. It's beautiful. People are enjoying the day off. And Steve is right. President's Day used to be celebrated on February 22nd, which is George Washington's birthday. But because the calendar always moves days, they decided to, let's make it on a Monday, make it a 3-day weekend, do a whole lot of
today
sales.
Today is the 22nd.
Today's the 21st.
Oh.
Tomorrow, let me tell you about tomorrow. If you were in numerology, I should call Michelle Landers. February, which is 2/22/22. Tomorrow is a major, amazing day of twos. Trivia day, 2/22/2022.
And what's it mean?
It means all the angels will be out
Nothing.
tomorrow. It means you should probably do Sarah's Spiritual tomorrow instead of Wednesday.
And Wednesday it'll be 22232322.
Exactly, so it changes. So tomorrow is the only day with the numbers like tomorrow with all of the twos. What president once killed a man in a duel? A, Andrew Jackson, or B, Zachary Taylor?
Zachary Taylor.
Andrew
Everybody
Jackson.
knows that.
That bloodthirsty.
Steve says Andrew Jackson.
British,
and you
British
said Zachary
defeating.
Taylor.
It was Zach?
You each said something different, and each said everybody knows the truth. So, is it A, Andrew Jackson, or B, Zachary Taylor? Which president of the United States once killed a man in a duel? Inquiring mind wants to know.
I mean, Andrew Jackson was
Do we
down
know
in
the
New
answer
Orleans,
to
and there
this?
was a lot of dueling back in New Orleans.
Andrew Jackson. And there you go.
Andrew
Jackson it is. Ding, 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 ding. You, my friend, get a cup of Brooklyn Cafe
It
Show
wasn't
coffee.
me, it was him.
Oh.
I said Zachary Taylor.
But you can take the bow, Freddie. It's your show. It's okay. Don't worry.
And there it is, our trivia man over there. All right. What president called the White House mice the little fellows? What mice in the White House?
The big rats.
What president called the White
congressmen.
House mice the little fellows? A, Andrew Jackson, or B, Rutherford B. Hayes?
First of all, who the hell is Rutherford B. Hayes?
He's on Money. Yeah, he is. He's on Money, and I can't think of what he's on.
What money?
The
French
current
money?
money?
Our money. Our money.
What? I never saw him in a quarter, a penny. Where?
No, he's on a bill. Rutherford
What?
B. Hayes, I think.
What president called the White House mice the little fellows? A, Andrew Johnson, or B, Rutherford B. Hayes?
I'm going to say Andrew Johnson because he was despicable.
Wow.
I'm going to say, oh, it was Andrew Johnson.
Andrew Johnson.
Johnson.
You know, you want me as your partner. You want me, Don, on Jeopardy. I'm just telling you
I
right
definitely
now.
want you on Jeopardy. And Cole just changed his name, and I'm looking at the answer. He goes, no, it's Jackson. No, it's Johnson.
So what coin is Butterworth, or whatever his name was?
Rutherford B.
on?
Hayes?
That guy. What coin?
President Butterworth. President
See, on the
Butterworth.
popcorn bill?
Yeah, he was
I have
on
no
the
idea.
he was
I
on
have
the
a question for you
$3
guys,
bill,
though.
Freddie.
Yes?
What president am I related to?
Nixon.
Which president is Cole related to?
Yeah.
Well, based on his height, I would have to say Lincoln.
Nixon.
No.
No.
I'm
Nixon.
related to Grover Cleveland.
Are you
Are
really?
you?
Yes, he's like my 7th grade uncle.
Wow.
Wow.
Crazy, right?
That
Happy
is
President's
impressive.
Day to you.
Thanks.
Should we go tell him that?
Yeah, you should go knock on
That's
his
very
door.
impressive.
Cleveland, very
Wow.
cool. You-
That's
we were in
very
the midst
It's a
of
fun
royalty.
fact of Cole Cleveland.
That is so
Another day in my
cool.
life.
You should run for office.
You know,
As so goes Rutherford B. Grover
would not be
Cleveland.
I gotta
Wow.
tell you, I love your outfit today.
my outfit every day is great. Come on.
No, this is cool.
These
you
are
got
new shoes.
shoes.
The shoes, the socks,
They
the
match you the
pants.
pants
The shoes say nothing new.
and the socks. The whole ensemble. You look like $1 million.
But the socks
Look
are,
like $1 million, feel like $1 million.
You're looking good. That's
he's got
cool,
a
right?
Santa surfing on his socks.
Yeah.
That's okay. Listen,
Snowboarding.
It's
Snowboarding.
it's
kids come a
Santa's
long way
snowboarding.
since we first met him, but this looks pretty good.
All right, here's your next question, Steve. You ready?
I guess.
Who was the first president to hire a female White House staffer?
Andrew Jackson.
Was it A, Benjamin Harrison, or B, William McKinley?
McKinley.
Ooh.
Who,
I'm gonna say.
who was the first
McKinley.
president to
I
hire
know
a
who he
female
hired.
White House staffer? Who?
McKinley.
You know, I was going to say Abraham Lincoln, but since that's not a choice, that's not the right answer.
I'm glad
Because
it's 50-50.
Kennedy had a secretary named Lincoln, and Lincoln had a secretary named Kennedy. Then they give you all these things that make it the
Everything's
same.
backwards, right?
Everything's backwards. Yeah.
Their date of
I don't know.
birth,
I'm
their
gonna
date
say-
of death,
Who is
everything
this
was different.
Benjamin Harrison?
I'm
Is
not-
he
I
a
don't-
real
I'm going
deal?
to guess the first. Who'd you say again?
Benjamin Harrison.
Benjamin Harrison.
And you are right. Ding, 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 ding. Benjamin Harrison.
Nice.
Wow.
Who is that? Who is that guy?
He was one of the guys.
What year
Is he-
was
is
Benjamin
he the small
Harrison
guy?
president? Does anybody know?
I'm
Or is
gonna-
that Benjamin
18
Button?
something, 1843.
Alana, what year was Benjamin Harrison president? He was the 23rd U.S. president.
How long was 89 to
89
93?
and 93. Wow.
1889?
4 years.
That's cool.
1889. The last question. Here we go. Who was the first president to ride a helicopter? A. Herbert Hoover or B. Dwight D. Eisenhower?
Dwight D. Eisenhower.
Eisenhower.
They say
Herbert
Dwight D.
Hoover.
Eisenhower. Let's see. Is it? Final answer. Dwight D. Eisenhower it is.
Of course.
I just like
Herbert,
the name Herbert Hoover.
Herbert Hoover invented
You
the
like
vacuum
Herbert
cleaner.
Hoover?
Hoover.
Dwight
Hoover,
D.
Hoover.
Eisenhower.
Did you see 2 helicopters crash? One of them here in South Florida.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
I
crazy.
know,
and
2 in
down
the ocean
Miami.
within a couple of hours of
On
each other.
the
That's
beach.
astounding.
Can you imagine seeing this big bird come down?
Yeah,
It was
no,
so
I can't.
close to people too. It was nuts.
In Miami Beach, right?
Yeah.
I saw.
You got stuck in the bathtub?
Who?
What president got stuck in the bathtub?
William Howard Taft.
William Howard Taft
How'd
got
you know
stuck
that?
in the. How would
Because
you-
he was a big fat guy. I'm serious. He was
So
a
was
big,
Grover Cleveland, but he didn't break a bathtub.
No, but William Howard Taft was a big fat guy. And
Did you get him out?
Huh?
Did you get him out? How'd
I
you
had
know?
I
How
had a
do you know
crowbar.
these
I
things?
happened to be driving by on Pennsylvania Ave. I heard the screaming from the White House. I went in with my crowbar and I got him out. It was very embarrassing.
Who was the president when the first plumbing came into the White House?
Jefferson.
Jefferson.
I knew that.
It's just a lucky
Thank
guess.
you. Alana, where do I send the check, Alana?
And there you have it. Everyone is a vast world of information.
But I'm still trying to figure out why we celebrate President's Day
because
in honor of George Washington and Abraham Lincoln.
George
Let's be
Washington
fair.
was the founding.
No,
father.
Barack
we
is not
didn't.
included in
We
this.
didn't. We,
Barack
we
Obama.
used to celebrate Lincoln's birthday, and we used to celebrate Washington's birthday. They were separate days, separate holidays.
But why are we celebrating Lincoln's?
Because he's Abraham Lincoln.
He freed the
You know,
slaves.
it's not-
He brought us all together as one.
I'll tell you what, you go out and win the Civil War, and we'll celebrate you.
That makes absolutely
Next
no
month, Freddie's birthday.
sense.
Shall we have a party?
It's not next month.
What is it?
Cole's crib.
Your birthday's in 2 months?
3 months.
Last I checked, your birthday's in a couple weeks.
They changed it. The calendar. The
Last
planets changed.
I checked, your birthday's in
We're
a
not
few
talking
weeks.
about Freddie's birthday. We're talking about President's Day.
Okay. Well,
which is it's George Washington's birthday. Forget about Lincoln. Lincoln, he's not the first of anything. His birthday shouldn't be celebrated.
he's reasonably important. In
Why?
America. Let's see. Wasn't there some war?
The Civil War. If he had lost, will we be celebrating? What's the
No,
other
but he
guy's name?
won, so he gets the cake and the candles.
I disagree with that. I wouldn't be celebrating the Civil War.
Ask
either.
Brian Flores.
Why?
Not.
You know, here I'll give you. Here's a question for you.
You
Okay,
see, that war's still
one of
going on then.
Here's
Yes,
one of
it
my
is.
favorite questions. What would have happened in the United States? Where would we be today if Lincoln had not been assassinated? Think about that.
Why?
Because after he wanted reconciliation.
Yeah.
Andrew Johnson wasn't so hot on reconciliation.
And what does reconciliation mean?
Well, bring the enemy back into the fold. Don't get retribution. Bring them back as brothers, because the war divided many families, and I have believed for many years that had he not been killed, Lincoln, our country and our society for the last 150 years would have been very different than it had been.
Better or worse?
Much better. Not even a question in my mind.
I will give you that.
The issues of segregation because of crazy Supreme Court decisions, probably might not have happened. You can't account for what the Supreme Court did, but the whole attitude, as difficult as it might have been, the attitude of the country led by Lincoln would have been vastly different.
Yeah, but that's to say if he wasn't assassinated. There's a lot of ifs, buts, maybes.
You're right.
We're celebrating a man's birthday today.
Right.
Washington. I'll give you that.
Right.
'Cause he was the first.
And Lincoln.
No,
Yeah.
I disagree. I don't think that.
But then all the
Lincoln-
presidents sort of get lumped in at once.
all the lumpies are in there. It's like mashed potato with lumps.
Even the lumpies.
Yes, everyone's in there
All the
because
lumpies
it
are
is
in there.
President's
All the
Day.
lumpies are in there.
I mean, we should celebrate. Who was in '62? Kennedy.
They say Congress has never declared a national holiday that is binding in all the states. Each state has the freedom to determine its own legal holidays. That is why some calendar discrepancies when it comes to today's holiday date.
Doesn't Arizona not
They don't celebrate it. The South?
No. Don't they not celebrate Martin Luther King Day?
No.
There
You're
is a
probably
state
right.
that does not.
Whack.
Yeah, I mean there are.
There's one state that doesn't.
But remember, the Constitution said that there are states, and that is the nation. The federal government doesn't run, allegedly, the states. The states have control.
Do you know which president declared Washington's birthday a holiday?
Lincoln.
A legal holiday?
Lincoln. It wasn't even him.
It was one of our choices. Which president in
Jackson.
1879
Ulysses S. Grant.
said Washington's birthday became a legal holiday to be observed on his birthday?
Grant.
Rutherford B. Hayes. Back at you.
Now, there you go.
1879.
I didn't even know this guy was president. Now in Washington, in New York City, on the Hudson side, there is a Grant's tomb.
Who's buried in Grant's tomb, by the way?
I don't know. Who is it?
You and I are both
Grant?
I'm sorry, I
You
have
say
to do
Grant's
that.
tomb?
Yeah.
Sounds like Grant's buried in this.
There you have
Nobody
it.
knows.
Nobody knows. That's an old joke, by the way.
Nobody knows who's buried
That's
in
an old
there.
joke.
Exactly.
And
By the
John
way,
F.
who's buried in
Kennedy.
Grant's tomb? And it's supposed to be so obvious, but nobody ever gets it.
What is the
okay.
famous deal on John F. Kennedy's tomb? What is it that he has that no other president has?
The eternal flame?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Did you know that?
Interesting. So they've
The
had a lot
eternal
of
flame.
trivia for us, the crew does. On this President's Day.
I just don't understand this
Why?
Lincoln thing. I just don't.
I think you should bring a lawsuit.
I think that Lincoln had Emancipation Proclamation done because he was losing the war. And he said that if you are a slave in the South and you fight your way out, you'll be a free man in the North. And that changed the game.
You're right. You're right. I
give-
agree.
I give him
You're
credit
right.
for that.
Yeah, okay.
I give him credit for that, but I just have a hard time, to celebrate my birthday, March 19th. You would say, why? Who the hell are you, right?
I would never say why.
Yes, you would.
No.
Steve's going to be here for your birthday. We're going to have a big blowout. Bam.
Cole's crib.
Cole's crib.
That's a scary place. Are you going to be at the Miami Fair? They have a liquor thing I heard on the radio.
When is it? No.
24th to the 27th.
Of what month?
February.
Not that I'm not aware of that particular
What do you
event.
call those functions you go to?
Festivals.
Yeah, I know.
Festivals.
But it's a
The beer
tasting
fest?
festival. Yes.
My parents are going.
Gotta love that. Are your
I need
parents
to
in the
go.
beer business?
No, but they love beer.
Festivals.
Beer.
They love
The
beer.
beer festival. Do
I mean,
you attend
festivals
that?
are great. There is like a.
Is it food, wine, and spirits, or
Yes,
is it
food,
wine and beer?
spirits.
I'm pretty sure it's called well, my parents call it the beer fest, but I'm pretty sure there's beer in the name of the festival.
Do you like beer?
I like beer, yeah. I've learned to like it.
Because your parents do.
Yeah, I mean, I hated it. I was very sweet person. I like strawberry daiquiris. Those are good.
They have sweet
Can you
beers.
imagine
that taste
Cole and all 6'10" of him drinking a strawberry daiquiri?
I
In
get
Cole's
the pain
crib.
in the asses,
He
the
would-
picture of the strawberry daiquiri.
You would
and
need a
the
long
pina
straw.
colada.
The long straw. Speaking of long straw, I go to visit my parents yesterday, and I had a very long day. So I walk in, and I go, Mom says, "What do you want?" I go, "I need a drink." She's all right. So she makes me a drink, and she has these long skewers that you put the cherries on. So she puts it in my drink, and she says to me, "Save the skewer. I'm going to reuse it." I go, "Why?" She said, "Because I've run out." and I need to use it to get the strawberries out of the jar. I'm like, okay. So I put it aside to save it for her, and next thing I know, it's in my hand and I've broken it into 3 pieces. You know when you're having a conversation?
Is it wooden?
It was wood, and I was talking to my dad, and I was very intense, and next thing I know, snap, snap.
So did you glue it back together? So she glues it back together.
How did that go over with Mom?
So she's sitting next to me. She said, did I not just ask you to save that skewer for me? It's the only one I have. I said, well, how about I get you some new ones? She says, oh, no. What would I do with all of those new ones? I said, not save the old one for everyone to share.
Now, I want to know if the one you used was used.
Oh, yes.
Oh, hello.
100%. She uses it on every drink.
No.
So me and my good friend on my phone, Amazon, quickly went on, and I said, Mom, before you make your next drink tomorrow, you will have a new set of skewers.
Oh.
100.
I can just
She said, how long will that last me? I said, 100 days.
I'm going to guess that double dipping is allowed in your home.
It's got like
Apparently
stains
it
on
is.
the thing. Like red
Apparently
stains.
it is.
Probably.
You gotta
I
love
can
that,
imagine
right?
if I would have gotten one that Steve Gunn would have been using, I would have, whoa,
She
whoa.
says, only I use it.
comes-
She said, so it's good for you to
My
use.
skewers, they always come with an antibiotic. Don't
sure.
worry. Yeah, don't worry.
That's the green mold.
Little
goes down the
penicillin,
skewer.
antiviral. You're going to be good. No worries.
Anti-everything.
You gotta love that. So, Mom, you're getting 100 new skewers today, so you can make all the Manhattans that you would like.
Oh, okay. Moving on.
You gotta
Moving
love
on.
it, right?
I don't know about loving it, but my goodness gracious.
I know.
Now, double dipping. Can we talk about that for 1 second?
If you wish.
I'm a double dipper.
Okay, let me ask you a question. So, if you take and you cut a chip in half and you go 1 and 2, that's okay.
That's okay.
Yeah.
But if you chew it and go back in, you're not supposed to do
What if you flip sides?
Oh, well, in that case, it's okay.
I'm just wondering, if you bite off the chip and then you put the other side back in,
Can
does
you
that
do
count?
that?
I better know you really well for you to do that with my smoked fish dip or crab dip or spinach dip,
Would
whatever.
you call somebody out if you saw them do it?
I would stop if somebody called me out, but usually I just double dip.
But would you call anybody out?
It depends on who it is.
What do you mean it depends?
It depends because, I have a rather cynical, sick sense of humor, and it depends on how biting I might want to be with any particular person. So it makes that's what matters.
Would you continue to have some?
Probably not. No, I don't know.
There must be something wrong.
If it
with
was
it.
my wife, I'd say thank you very
Are you a
much.
double
Can I
dipper,
have another?
Freddie?
Yes, I don't think there's anything wrong with it.
In your house or in public?
Me and Freddie are
Everywhere.
the same person.
Here, there, anywhere.
Really?
Oh, no.
Oh,
If
yeah,
I-
yes.
No,
You know
no.
how many things you've had that I've triple dipped? Triple, not double.
Actually,
It was
no. And now I'm nervous.
Even at my house, when Chuck will go to do that, I'll look at him and say, that's not a serving size. So could you please put a serving size on your plate and leave the rest?
In his house?
Yes.
Have you lost your
Because
mind?
what if somebody comes over and they want the hummus or the tzatziki and he's now double dipped in the
Get
container?
your own. I say, listen, I've double dipped here. This is my pond. If you want some, it's on you. But don't tell me to stop in my house.
Super Bowl party, I did the same thing to him. I said, could you get a
No.
plate and have your own serving
Really?
and not
Yes.
eat over the bowls? Yes.
Right. Oh, yeah.
It's funny. They serve me. Linda knows me. She knows I'm a triple, quadruple. I will keep dipping and dipping as long as the cracker's in my hand. She takes and goes, wapata, and gives me a plate.
But Linda can protect the public in your behalf. So it's
That's what she does.
That's right. So we can deal with that.
I think it's silly to have
Dawn
dip
will
in
walk
your
into a
plate.
room under the impression that there has been no double dipping, that she is confident and safe and secure in taking that chip that we
Yes.
all love, put it into the onion dip, safely eat it without acquiring whatever god-awful thing you have.
Pretty much true. And
Usually I'm
Freddie's
a
there.
single biter though. Like I'll get a good dipping size and
There's no fun in that.
one bite.
There's no fun.
But
You see, I like to do
I'll
it
double
on
dip when
purpose
I
to
need
watch
to.
people's faces, the reaction. And they all go like him.
No double dipping allowed. In my mother's case, no reusing skewers, Mom, for the filthy cherries.
Yeah, that's a little bit. Because that thing was in your mouth.
So don't worry, everyone. The skewers are now gone. Next time you go to Mom's house for a drink, she has a new baggie coming today.
Yeah, you're gonna get a brand new one out of the bag.
Was it those bamboo swords?
Yes.
Oh, I love those. Those are my
Yes,
favorites.
with the bead on the end.
Yeah.
You said, how can I throw these out? They're so lovely.
I love them. They're great.
Now, you ever go
We're
to a
good.
restaurant and you look at the silverware? And I don't know, there must be like a magical light. Because everybody holds it up. You ever notice? And they go, can you change my silverware? Or it's okay? Or you bring your own. This is the latest craze now. People are bringing their own silverware.
Wow.
We have a few of those in the back.
The plastic ones?
No, we got metal. So that also happened last night at Mom and Dad's. I
there
grew
you
up
go.
kosher. So there's always separate silverware for meat and dairy and separate plates. So we got that taken care of. We ate on paper.
What do you mean separate?
Separate
silverware?
meat, silverware,
You don't mix your food, do you?
and dairy silverware. Growing up, we did not
They
mix
don't
our food.
They don't touch it.
Well, they can touch, but you just
Oh,
can't
okay.
mix meat and dairy.
Among the rules of being kosher, as Don just explained, you wouldn't serve a hamburger with a slice of cheese on it.
So you can't have a cheeseburger.
No, you can't. That's a
Wow.
biblical.
And you've never had a cheeseburger.
I love cheeseburgers. What are you, nuts?
But you can't do it, you just told me.
Well, there are more religious people than I who would look quite askance at me if I took them to
Quite askance.
Clark's
Who's speaking
restaurant in
in foreign
Boston
language?
for that big burger dripping with melted cheddar cheese and onions.
So
Oh
let me
my
get
God.
this. The rabbi will not eat a cheeseburger.
Oh,
You
no,
cannot
no, no.
mix milk and meat. Now, some people say in the same meal, others say in the same bite. But I got a Cobb salad that had chicken on it.
Right.
So I go, Mom,
Wait a minute, what'd you get, a club salad? A
Yeah.
club sandwich?
a salad.
A salad. But there's bacon in that anyway, isn't there?
So well, we
That's-
You're not
we,
allowed to-
we
cheese-
negated the,
ch-
bacon
the
conversation.
cheese is the least of your problems.
So,
Wait,
Mom,
wait a minute, wait a
which
minute.
silverware should I use, the meat or the dairy? She said, well, I go, there's both in my
This
salad.
is in your mother's house?
Oh, this is my mother's house last night for dinner. This was after, as I'm getting the
I
skewer
gotta
in the
bring
Manhattan.
4 forks to your mother's house to have a dinner?
So she said, it doesn't really matter. She said, because at this point, you're eating both. I'm like, just checking with you. What
Too
would
late.
you prefer, right? This is polite. I'm someone's house. Would you prefer I use the blue silverware or the silver? Did not make a difference.
Freddie,
in
you
that
have a
case.
quizzical look on your face. How can we help you?
What's up with these words? These are great words.
Welcome to Steve Gubb.
That's
a
because
lot
you've
of-
been drinking all weekend.
I have a story for you,
Oh.
by the way. Do I have a minute to tell you?
Hold on a
story?
second.
Oh,
The
yeah.
Puerto Rican has
You're
a question.
still on the different silverware?
If I go to your mother's house, I have to have 4 forks? Have you lost your mind?
Well, back in the day.
Don't they come from the same thing? Milk and or meat and cheese?
First of all, I do a merengue on my plate. My talks to this, to
It can
all
talk. You
together.
just don't have it on. Well, yeah, the bacon and the Cobb salad was a whole
So
other 69.
So
yeah.
can I use 4 forks at one time?
And
Can
then
I do
in the
that?
middle of it, Chelsea takes the
that
chicken and
sound,
she gives it
too?
to the dog.
Oh Lord.
Chelsea's here, Cookie. Here's their chicken, not anything else. Share that food. But
What happens
it was
if the
a thing.
dog has a piece of cheeseburger?
We were never allowed to eat cheeseburgers in my house growing up.
Your parents are still like that?
No. Well,
Your parents, I'm going to
Let me-
bring over a pernil, a whole pork roast, rice and beans.
my
with
dad is
cheese.
much like that. My mother will do the
But I
fray
see
of
you
the
eat a
paper plates and
cheeseburger.
the
What
plastic.
kind of Jew are you?
I don't think he's
I'm
kosher.
not, I'm not necessarily the next Messiah.
No,
He's
you're
not
even-
kosher.
I don't even think you're Jewish anymore.
Oh,
I seen you eat.
If you ask me to prove it, you're in trouble. The
What did I have with you when we went out to eat?
I had the
You
you had the shrimp.
No, but before that, at Ale House, didn't you have like a cheeseburger?
No. No, I'm serious. I haven't
And we're
had one
going
in
to the
ages.
steak place where we will be having.
Oh, we're going
Pork chops.
we're going to the Roadhouse.
We're going to
We're
have pork chops.
Well, I'm not doing that. somebody, a friend of mine who happens to be Jewish said, "Oh, well, I'm going to have pork chops that night." I said, "Not with me, and not."
So you've never had bacon?
I've had it, but I don't eat.
What do you mean you had? Oh, you don't eat it? What, you stick
I
it in
don't-
your ear?
No, if I have a salad, let's say I order a Cobb salad, which comes with bacon, and they always bring it, even though I tell them not to bring to have it with bacon. They bring it. What do you think? They're not making me. They brush it off, and there's always a piece of crunch in that.
So you've
salad.
had some?
Yeah, I've had
Did you explode when you eat it?
I did.
You exploded.
And all the king's horses put me back together.
I just don't understand what is this thing with food.
Certain
It's-
things are kosher. Here's the funny thing about it. Cows have meat, but cows also produce milk. So I
Yeah,
always have
exactly.
this
Yes,
thing
indeed.
is,
Same thing.
right?
Yes, indeed.
They're kind of one animal does both.
You can't eat cow either?
You can, well, a hamburger, but you wouldn't
Well,
eat the cheese that
milk-
came from the milk on the
isn't
cow.
cheese.
You just wouldn't do
the
that.
the line from the Bible is, you will not cook a kid, a baby cow or whatever,
A calf.
a calf in its mother's milk. And that line has been elaborated upon over 3,000 years or 4,000 years into, don't eat milk, there's dairy and there's meat, and
No,
you
it
don't
said
eat them
don't
together.
And then there's parve, which
So,
is kind of
hold
generic.
on. Why would I want to cook a calf in milk anyway?
Like if you were to
Chick-
boil.
Yeah, are you kidding? There are dairy-based sauces for steak. I steak videos on Instagram. They're cooking with a pound of butter on a steak. I'm dying for that. It looks so tasty. Oh my
So
God!
if you don't cook the calf in the butter,
Right.
in the cow's milk,
Right.
then you can eat it.
Yes.
Yeah,
And you can't eat pig because what?
because
Because
really,
it chews its own
it's
cud.
it's prohibited.
So does the cow.
And then something with the hoofs and the amount of
right,
stomachs, it's the whole thing.
Right, a cow has a
Wow.
split hoof and chews its own cud. It goes down and it regurgitates.
So
and
let me
chews it
get
again.
this.
A
When
pig doesn't.
Russia invades and we go into World War III, and if there's only one pig left and I'm eating it, and you're standing next to me, you're not going to eat it.
No,
And
I'm
that's
not
the
going to
only
eat
thing
it,
left to eat.
but because I am amongst the chosen people, I'll be fine. You're going to die.
On that note, everyone, happy President's Day
Well,
to
hold
you
on
too.
a second, because he's a chosen person. Okay, what was the story?
I am
Mr.
chosen.
What was
What
the
was
thing
the
you were
story you're
going
going
to
to tell us?
I'm
You
sorry.
forgot.
What did you say? I'm sorry.
Your story.
Oh, my story. So a friend of mine and I are at a deli having dinner last night, and at this particular deli, we're paying at the cashier. A gentleman next to us has two small containers, with one of potato salad and one of coleslaw, and apparently when you buy X numbers of things, they give you a free container of potato salad and coleslaw. And we're paying, and of course, not that I would ever make a wise-ass comment. Excuse me, I shouldn't say that. Not a crazy comment. So this gentleman is talking to the cashier and saying, well, you know, this doesn't look like a half a pound of coleslaw. And I'm looking at him like he's out of his mind. I said, and he says, well, she says, well, isn't that the free container that you bought? Did you get anyway? He said, yes. And he's complaining about the free container not being big enough.
Wasn't enough. Yeah.
Not enough. This went on for 20 minutes. This guy, so I said, gee, I wouldn't stand for that. That free container, if it says half a pound, you should get
satisfaction,
and they really should give you a half a pound. This one, he left, he came back, he talked to the manager over something free. Free. And he's complaining. It was unbelievable.
That's why you never give nothing free.
That is definitely right, because it's never good enough. When you give it for free,
It was
it's
not-
never appreciated.
wasn't enough.
It's never good enough.
It wasn't good enough.
What do you
Wasn't
always say?
enough.
Give a finger and they take an arm,
My father used to say that.
right?
He used to say, I gave the fingernail, and now they're taking the whole
They want the
arm.
whole arm. Oh,
exactly what it
this
is.
was just outrageous. It was
I
just
would have told the
outrageous.
guy, I'm sorry. Now, because you've argued with me, there is no longer free for anybody. So you either take what there is or don't get anything. And be done with it. I'm not going to have a conversation over that. That's probably the second stupidest conversation I've heard.
So
in my
I just
life.
want you to know I know we have some more time. I did watch Marry Me on Friday night on streaming on Peacock. I did like it because I love J-Lo, and
But-
she is. I don't understand what's
But-
his name, Maluma.
Yeah.
He's 28 and she's 50.
Yeah, but that's not the point. That's not the point.
Don't
get
you
into
wonder
that.
why they? But my question is, why would they cast them together like that?
Number one, she thinks she's 30, and he thinks he's 30.
That was what really
and they
my
can
question. on
sing.
that.
They
Yes.
sing good together.
He is.
And she's a superstar. What about the thing with the kids? Forget about J-Lo.
thing
for
with
a
the
second.
kids was great. The thing with how they had this whole diversity of what the daughter looks like, great again. It was a very diverse, open culture movie. J-Lo is my girl crush. I know, she's amazing. Maluma, I gotta tell you, he's a pretty good looking guy. The music, you have to love that music.
Of course. But I love the fact that J-Lo did a 360 and didn't do the J-Lo pomp and circumstance. She sort of blended it into a lot of different things. And I saw her on DeGeneres. Is that lady's name?
Okay, Ellen.
Ellen. And she talked about how a lot of what she went through in her life is in that movie.
Well, that's what everyone is saying. There has to be some similarities if she pulled from that. And then when was it made? You know, was it made and put in the can until released now, or was it done afterwards?
There's a lot of stuff coming out that was in the can that wasn't finished, and now there's going to be a bombardment of nice film coming out. I also saw El Cantante, which is J-Lo and Mark Anthony. It's about Hector Lavoe's singing career. No, Encanto.
That's next.
I tried to go. As I was entering the movie theater, I says, I can't watch this. But I saw Hector Lavoe's movie as well, and it had about his life and a lot of things that went on in the Hispanic culture. It brought back a lot of memories of my brother. Just a lot of things going on right now in the movie business. And I'm glad you brought that up, because we are in partnership again with the Movies of Del Rey, which is now open, I think, Wednesday to Sunday, maybe Tuesday to Sunday. You got to check it out. And we are going to be coming out in the Boca magazine, and there's going to be a password. I'm telling you a secret. Password. And if you call up with the password, you're going to win 2 tickets to the movies.
Very nice. We're going to do that on the 1 o'clock hour?
Yeah.
See how that happens?
Every 1 o'clock.
I started watching Inventing Anna. It's definitely a millennial show streaming on Netflix, I think.
Looks weird, but
it's interesting.
exciting.
Apparently, it's a true story, it says, until it's not. So I'm not sure what about it is true and what about it's kind of addicting to watch these shows. I can see how people get sucked in.
I love it.
Problem is I always fall asleep when I watch things like that.
Because you don't do the movies right. You got to have a little gubba, a little shaker. I love it. I go to a movie theater and people saying, are you mixing us drinks? No. And I mix drinks, I have food.
And then I started watching the next season of Mrs. Maisel.
Oh, that's on now, right?
do you watch?
Well, you know, I watch everything you don't.
I know. I don't watch
Mrs. Maisel, if anyone has Amazon Prime streaming and you're into that culture and that demographic, the first episode, it was like a showpiece out of my life, is all I can tell you.
Don't Look Up, I heard, is coming out on Paramount.
What is that?
I saw it in the movies, and I'm saying that it has 100 great actors in it, and I saw it.
I saw it too.
It's about the meteorite movie.
I'm enjoying the streaming concept at my house, I must say.
I don't know, man. There's nothing like the
You like going out.
I went Saturday night to the movie. I saw Dog. Good movie. Not great, but good. It happens to be about our vets. Good movie.
All right, let's wrap up this hour.
Yeah.
All right, everyone, stay tuned. We are continuing to do our TV portion of the Brooklyn Cafe Show Brunch. And for all of you that are tuning out on WNN, have a great and safe Monday. If you're off, happy President's Day, and we'll see you on the other side.
Well, that wraps up our show. But don't go away. Stay.
Yo, what's up?
Baby, let's go!
Welcome to our website. We got loads of news and gossip for you today. But first, here's a new song.
Yo, this is Shelly Michelle and the fire again. Yo, this is Shelly Michelle and the fire again. We're going to nice up the world.
Read more while I'm music. Move
It's lunchtime and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from the Amp Media Studios, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat in the Brooklyn Cafe and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in toll free 888-994-4995, Studio A right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S.
It's funny because haters be hating. Slick, because he doesn't understand that Michael Jordan was the greatest basketball to ever play, and he has a hard time with that. No, it's not debatable at all.
But you're right, he was.
He was. There are new greats now.
Once upon a time, Wilt Chamberlain was the greatest
He was the
basketball
greatest
player,
too.
except
Absolutely.
for one thing. He couldn't beat Russell.
Russell was better.
No, it's not that he was better, but Russell made the team better. Chamberlain scored 100 points. But Russell made the team better. That's why they won 11 out of 13.
Let me ask you, if you are the greatest player, right?
Yep.
Steve Gubba is the greatest basketball player.
Which
and you
I
go
happen to
to
be.
any team and you win championships, 7 of them, and you made all these other guys around you better. That's Michael.
Then you're the greatest. Then
That's
you
Michael.
are
Now,
right up there with the greatest of all
James
time.
goes and he brings in all of these great players
he's the
around
best.
him. I mean, even the backups are all-stars.
He's the best.
And then you wonder why he wins. He wins because he surrounds himself with great players.
No.
Michael didn't do that.
Feel like his
Pippen
energy.
wasn't the greatest. Pippen was good. Rodman was the greatest player in basketball.
No, but that was a
history.
fine team.
Bill Cartwright. Come on, those guys were average.
The Celtics would beat Jordan several times until that team until that team
you had
improved.
McHale, you had Bird, you had some players on that team.
That's right, but they
But
had.
Michael didn't have that. Michael had Bill Cartwright, came from the Knicks. Horrible.
But
and you had the guy with the hairdo. That guy was horrible.
Who?
Pippen was the only. The guy here in Florida. Oh, he's probably going to shoot me if he already sees me.
You don't say anything.
Yeah. These are all wannabes, except for the shooter. The shooter.
Larry Bird.
No, on the Bulls. You had Pippen.
Well,
and you had Cartwright, and you had. I mean, they just had
I
normal
forget already.
players. They didn't have anything
But Dawn,
great.
what did you think of Miss Maisel?
Did you see it?
No, God, no. But I want you in the conversation.
Thank you. If you grew up in my demographic and my background, then you would love Miss Maisel.
Look at Tracy says, Gubba Rum in the house. Tracy, we miss you. Come see us.
Yes, absolutely. Is that new mom, Tracy?
Yeah.
Very much
Do you
so.
know I had to spend all weekend redoing our Roku television show. If you go to Roku, Amazon Fire, you get to see you and us on there. So I had to redo 71 episodes.
What was wrong with them?
In what
Because
way?
it had to be put in with a thumbnail clip of the show. And I didn't do that. I just put a clip. And my son called me yesterday late and says, I'm sorry, but you have to do it all over again. So from now on, everything has to be put in correctly, because I ain't doing this again. But I watched the show that Tracy was the hostess. Mixing
With Summer?
drinks. Yes.
That was a long time ago already.
Yes, with Summer, and the vodka lady was here. That is Summer.
Yeah.
And they were talking about different aspects of our show, different things that went on. I was rolling, laughing. It's funny, you see, he looked a whole lot younger, Slick.
He was.
You looked like you were 12. Now you look like you're 13.
I'm an old guy, you know.
I found the first show we did with him.
From 2 years ago when we were at Studio A.
Mm-hmm.
And he sat there,
He had
and
all
we
those
did not
little
know
cups.
we did not know the power of Gubba Rum back in the day until you kept making drinks. Well, try this one and try this one. I was glad I was sitting at that show.
You were hilarious that day.
Well, thank you.
Did you ever talk to the lady with the spa that we met?
Yeah, Gina.
Does she have a spa?
No.
Oh, okay.
The spa did not quite make it.
Through COVID, yeah.
And it was certainly COVID did not help.
Nope.
It was a very funky, cool place. But I don't know what I honestly don't know. I haven't talked to her in a while.
A lot of things are changing.
There was a gentleman from Michigan. Did you see he had a blue shirts in Michigan? And I guess a basketball game. He went to see the basketball game at Deck 84. It was a little early though, and he has the Gubba. And he goes, "Whoa!" And I said, "What's the matter?" I didn't expect that.
Nobody does. That's what's so amazing when
That's
you see
true.
people. You're used to this, right?
Yeah, I see it all the time, so I know what's going to happen.
And I had never been to a sampling with you before. And I don't know, maybe when you guys go to dinner you see this, but everyone says, no, I'm not a big rum drinker. And then they taste one, and their reactions are, oh, I did not expect it to be so smooth. I did not expect it to taste like that. And then they try the other one, and then everyone has their favorite,
Right.
which is pretty interesting. But everyone's reaction is the same. They can't believe it's rum.
The lady from Japan was the funniest.
She was hilarious.
I had to take a picture.
Oh,
with
she
her.
was great.
We took a picture with her in the
my
middle.
God, that
it
was
hilarious.
Which was so funny.
She says, "I like this. It's very good."
But everyone's reaction is the same. They're so surprised it's so good.
Yeah, it's honest to God, that's what really happens all
Every
the time. There is a demographic. I'm going to use the right word, that I know before anything else, they're going to try it. They're not going to like it because it's too strong. And this demographic is a wine drinking demographic. Thank you. I'll have a drink. Thank you so much.
Have a drink or two.
Thank you so much.
HR must have said, fix the set.
Thank you, sir.
Yes.
Yeah, no, but the reaction is that people, that's exactly what people say. Wow. They go, oh my God, I didn't expect that. And so we hope to, look, we want to parlay this now.
It's a great reaction. One lady, when you guys were out at the bar, came up to me. She says, she had to be from like my people. And she says, no, I don't need it. Please save it for someone who actually really needs it and drinks rum. Okay, this is like my mom. But let me just have a little taste. And I give her a little bit. She says, oh, that is really good. I think I could get really used to that. But no, please save the rest for somebody else who might want it. It's like, okay, would you like more?
I'll just stay outside the cave and look at you drinking. It's all right.
It's so funny to see people's reactions to it.
Yeah, no, it's great. It's a lot of fun. That's meeting all these people, and there's been hundreds and I don't know, thousands at this point. That's what makes it so much. It's really a lot of fun to do that. Yeah, obviously, I'm there to make money. I mean, otherwise I go home tomorrow. Well, actually, I'm going home tonight, but
or you'd stay till tomorrow.
I could stay till tomorrow. But it's so much fun to meet people from literally all over the world. As you say, Freddie, the lady who was from Japan, she was raving about it.
She was. She thought it was really good.
She loved it, and she was having a grand old time. She brought people over to try it. It was so much fun.
But it was really good.
Now, I want to get to the nitty-gritty. We're going to get to Slick because he has a segment for us. But I want to get to the nitty-gritty. I went to dinner with Mr. Gubb on Friday night.
Yeah.
And we went to a place on Federal, which shall remain nameless.
Did you get parking?
So check this out. I know I had to park in the street, and Freddie don't like parking on the street. I had to pay to park. Okay, that was the first problem. Second problem, there was a lot of people outside the front door. Freddie don't like that. Freddie tells him there's an hour and a half wait. So Mr. Gubba finds not one parking, not two parking, but three parkings, one after the other on the street, because Linda had her car. He runs in, gets a table.
Oh.
20-minute wait.
Not bad.
20-minute wait. No, it wasn't that open.
It wasn't 20 minutes either.
Not even. It was like 5-6 minutes.
5-10
And now I'm
minutes.
upset because I'm thinking I'm going to run into this, massive thing, right?
Yes.
What?
You did not use your
No,
Lord
I did not.
Freddie?
I didn't want to be there.
You did not use your lordship papers?
This is a story. I wanted to go somewhere. I wanted to go somewhere else, but Knucklehead over here, he had other ideas. So we go in there, and I find out this man meets strange people at different places, whether it's an airport, whether it's a venue. He meets them. How are you? Yeah, I need a place to stay. And he stays in people's houses he doesn't know.
I think that's a bit
doesn't
of an
know.
elaboration.
I think he knows the people.
No, he doesn't. Tell him about the Colorado
you make
people.
it sound like I'm a homeless guy walking through an airport
No,
that just
not
landed
homeless.
from Europe or
You
something.
go home with people you don't know. You told me that.
But I see. No, that's a mischaracterization, and I have been misquoted. For the benefit of your show, I think it's horribly unfair.
The people in Colorado, did you know them?
Not at first.
And how did you meet them?
I was at the Miami Rum Festival. They tried the rum. They loved it. They were immediately my best friends.
And then you stayed at their house?
In Colorado, yeah. In Denver.
Were they there?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know if it was like a
No,
B&B
wait a
and you
minute.
rented it.
No, they didn't give me the key.
No, they had to be there with me. Because they're not that trustworthy.
I was just wondering if
But
they
hold
gave
on,
him
hold
help.
on. Then I'm going to give you the second part of this story. So I say to him, why don't you stay with the Bakers? Well, I don't know them.
But no, you know the people from Colorado a whole lot
People
better.
from Colorado? That's
You
reasonable.
didn't know them. And
Which people?
The Bacons?
The Bacons. He says, I don't know
Well, I know them now.
Yeah, but
I don't know if I'm going to
you
sleep in their
stay
house.
in strangers' houses.
Yes.
You told me this Friday
Yes,
night. Were
yes.
you on the juice or?
No, but there was that funny smell in the air. I don't know if that had an effect on me. No, I don't sleep in strangers' houses.
Gosh, and where did you go for dinner
You know,
Friday
you
night?
make it sound like I'm
Yeah, I know where
walking.
you went.
I'm walking through, through some neighborhood and knocking on doors looking for a room. That's not what's
I
happening.
didn't say you
here.
did that.
No, Slick, you
You're
got to bail
making
me
me
out here.
tear.
I didn't say
Nah,
you
he's
did
not
that.
asking. I'm
No,
pretty
he doesn't
sure.
do that. Slick, he talks to people that come up to him on Saturday night.
He just has the
I
energy.
saw him
Like you.
angling.
Yeah,
Oh,
he
and
just
you
has.
have a house where? In
Yeah.
West Palm Beach? Where do you have a house?
He just has the energy. They just invite him
No,
in.
he
They're
says
like,
hello to strangers.
He's
you have
being
a big house.
polite.
He could stay
He's
with
being
you.
polite.
No,
My
I
God.
don't know him.
My
You
God,
could
I
stay
said
with Freddie.
I said hello to you 2 years ago, and look what happened.
See, he's being.
I just
The rest
found
is
that-
history.
I just found that. So we tell the waitress this story, and her jaw hits the table. She's like, "Is this for real?" And I said, "Ask him."
lying.
He says, "Yeah, I sort of do that." He goes to rum festivals and stays in people's houses.
But it works, right?
Well, it's better than staying somewhere for $300 a night.
That is true.
I understand the angle. I just think it's a little dangerous. for you to be doing.
These are rum
What
drinks.
do you do? You
maybe
give
you're
him a
just-
bottle of rum?
These are
You're
good
just kind of
people.
jealous that he does it and you have not.
No, I wouldn't do that.
See? But why wouldn't you?
Because I am afraid and I want to live.
And you'll double dip.
Yeah, but that's right. You'll double dip, sure.
My son says that he caught me dipping in a sippy cup. What the hell does that mean?
He caught you sipping in a dipping cup.
Yeah, what is that?
I'm not sure. We need
Sipping
A
in the
sippy cup is
dipping.
like for a little kid, so it doesn't. You have a lid on the cup, so,
So
it
did
doesn't
you
spill.
use the sippy cup as like a dipping cup?
I don't know what he's talking about.
Were you drinking the dip? Was it in Joey's cup?
Kind of a
I
thin dip.
don't know. Between him going home with strangers and my son with the dip, I'm like all over the place.
I don't know.
Let me put it this way: if I go home with strangers, okay, I'll have a pleasant surprise. If I know the people, what do you think? I don't want to go home with them. I know them already.
Don't you ever wonder if you're going somewhere, maybe your last time, like maybe it's like the Enchanted Cottage or something, or out way in the
I want to.
boonies?
That's the whole thing. See, I want to go to the Enchanted Cottage because it's enchanted.
Do you go like drinking or do you go sober?
Oh, I'm always sober.
And when were you in Colorado? So many
I
questions.
haven't been there. I haven't been to Colorado in I think 4 years.
So you haven't been to their house yet?
Oh no, I haven't been to their house in several years.
Oh, these are a long time ago friends.
He does.
I still know them. I
not,
talk to
not
them.
newly acquired friends.
They're very nice people. They're huge fans of Gubba Rum.
There you go.
There's no accounting for the fact that they actually think I'm a nice guy and they like me and they invited me back.
Well,
And
have
in
you
New
stayed at Amy's
Orleans,
house yet?
who do you stay in New Orleans? How many strangers do you know?
There's one, two. I'd rather say. See, the thing is, the
Three.
people. There's people.
And more to come.
I'd
The airport is
much
full of
rather
them.
stay in a hotel in New Orleans because everybody else lives outside of town. And since I'm working with people in the French Quarter. It's much more fun to stay in the Quarter.
Well, I have a place for you to stay at the French Quarter. I was invited yesterday. A friend of
You
ours
were?
has an apartment in the French Quarter.
Very nice. Where? What street?
It doesn't matter. They're strangers to you. It's right up your alley.
But you're telling
They only
me you
serve 8 years,
You're
and I'm not going to
telling
tell
me
you for what.
know them. Does that mean they just got out of the penitentiary?
I don't know
what does
them.
That mean?
Somebody that I know knows them. But I figured
Oh.
this is right up your alley.
Then you know
Charles
what? I wanna meet
Manson's
these
house
guys.
is available
I
in
wanna
California.
meet these guys.
Slick, have we done your segment yet?
Oh, no, not yet.
All right, why don't we go to commercial break and set up Slick's segment? I feel like we so digressed on this. Give us a call.
You guys are okay.
888-994-4995.
The story was funny.
Studio A. I don't know what Alana said.
The story was funny, so.
You liked it? Yeah. All right, stay tuned. We'll be right back.
With enough butter, anything is good. Tori Wells from Precious Treasure Gourmet Foods thinks so, because she single-handedly updated and expanded butter's possibilities. From compound, savory, sweet, and spicy, her freshly made butters aim to please. I don't know about you, but I've never really seen butter this versatile before, and now so feasible. With online shopping, just visit PreciousTreasuresGourmetFoods.com, because at Precious Treasures, Tori is working on the best artisan gourmet foods to every table. Remember, guys, true love is like butter. There's no substitute for the real thing.
Creative, enchanting, whimsical. Artist Gina Bella is always creating artwork based on real stories and emotions. Expressed through Italian papers, paints, flowers, metals, and clay, her feelings and stories come to life. Complete with glittery diamond dust over paintings and pottery, Gina Bella is always creating new pieces and commissions. You can find her work in staging homes, family Christian bookstores, New Jersey boutiques, and the Brooklyn Cafe Gallery, where she offers personal guided tours of her latest art pieces. Gina can also be found hosting weekend art camps, where she teaches adults and children pottery, painting, and jewelry. For more information on Gina Bella and her art, contact livinglifeartfully@gmail.com or give a call to 954-857-5444.
Have you been injured in a car accident, slip and fall, or through the negligence of another? The lawyers at Shane M. Farnsworth, PA have over 40 years of combined experience representing injured individuals and their families. Call us today at 561-272-8337 for a free case evaluation and the answers to your legal questions. Were you injured in an accident that wasn't your fault? Don't let the insurance companies take advantage of you. Contact us now to learn about your options and to protect your rights.
Justin Mooney is special counsel of the Florida office of Hinman, Howard & Cattell Attorneys. Justin's practice focuses on tax, estate planning, guardianship, probate, and trust administration. His passion is to provide clients with sophisticated estate plans which carry out their wishes, reduce any potential taxes, and preserve wealth for future generations. The attorneys of Hinman, Howard & Cattell provide first-class legal services and have achieved a reputation for excellence for over a century, staying on the leading edge of the law. When you need representation or legal counsel, contact Justin Mooney at 561-276-1008 or jmooney@hhk.com.
Coffee News is a fun, family-friendly weekly publication provided free to restaurants, coffee shops, and waiting areas for customers to enjoy. Grow your business today through the power of effective, affordable advertising. Coffee News is an active marketing medium specializing in the ongoing weekly promotion of your business. This builds awareness for your company so you become known as the leader of your industry and develop brand awareness so people think of you first when they want your services or products. Maximize your visibility and achieve outstanding results. For more information on Coffee News, contact Sunrise Coffee News at mail.com or give them a call at 954-951-7870.
Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
This portion of the show brought to you by...
You gotta wait. You gotta wait for it. And then they gotta do their whole situation.
Oh. What I gotta do?
Nothing.
It's probably a download.
It's in transitions.
Transit.
Oh, Slick's piece?
Not copy news. We don't have the copy news buffer.
We do someplace on the board. All right, we'll find it. I know we put it in. Sabrina downloaded it on Friday. Maybe we didn't save it.
Yeah.
So tell us what you got going on there, Slick.
It was All-Star Weekend, guys.
Yeah.
This week, and
First of all, where was the All-Star held?
Cleveland.
I didn't know that.
Perfect place, because LeBron was like the king.
So everybody was screaming for him.
Yes.
Okay, so LeBron had a team.
Yes.
And
Kevin Durant has a team.
And Durant, who's on the IR.
Correct.
Has a team.
Yeah, because they don't want to do East and West anymore, because there's so much talent on the West. It kind of would have been lopsided if everybody plays East and West, because.
So who picks who?
It's kind of like LeBron and Durant.
How do they do that?
Is it like
it's kind of
Red
like
Rover,
a pickup.
Red
It's like
Rover?
it's like a pickup game. Like probably like Red Rover. They
Freddie
literally
right
line up
over.
everybody and they pick the ones that were
So how
chosen
many
by
guys
the
were on each
fans.
team?
Huh?
How many guys were on each team?
Probably like I wouldn't know, because they have to have, I don't know, probably like 15. They pick maybe, I wouldn't know.
So LeBron's picks Curry.
Yeah.
So who did the other guy pick? Who superstar did he pick?
He picked Karl Anthony Towns. He picked a guy from, I'll say young talent from Charlotte, LaMelo Ball. KD mostly goes for, I'll say youth, and LeBron's going for, I'll say vets that are.
So who won?
Party. Huh?
Who won? He's on the mic.
Yeah. So who won? Oh, LeBron's team.
By how much?
I wouldn't know, but I know Curry dropped 50 that night.
Yeah, he was raining threes from
Correct.
all over.
Yeah.
He shot a shot from near the half court.
But I wasn't like caring about like the points. I was like the whole event, or like stuff happening this weekend, from the 3-point contest to Michael Jordan not giving people handshakes.
Why was he not giving handshakes?
Let's start with that nonsense.
To Kobe Bryant,
They raised a lot of money, right?
Yeah, Kobe Bryant, Vanessa Bryant, they raised a lot of money, and Kobe now has a trophy that he gives out for the MVP game. So the game that was won last night, and Curry dropped 50. Curry is
got the MVP.
Yeah, the first MVP in honor of Kobe Bryant. So it was kind of,
and his daughter.
Correct.
So right, they did a whole thing for them.
Yeah. Yeah, we can play
We
the
have a
piece
piece.
with Michael
What piece
Jordan
is
dissing everybody.
Let's
I don't know.
check
Let's
out
see what
Michael
you
Jordan. I
got.
want to see this.
Look.
This was last night?
Yeah, this was last night. And look, half of the field that came out were like forward shooting guards. Look, Charles Barkley's behind him. You know, he has beef with Charles Barkley.
He's shaking guys in front of him.
No, he's not.
He has another handshake.
No, he's not shaking everybody's hand. He's very cocky. You know, that's what
He's shaking. Look at that. Oh, you're
he's
right.
only
He's
shaking
hugging
the
people.
ones that he likes.
Maybe he's shaking the people that he loves.
Charles Barkley's right behind him. You see Charles.
He blows Charles off right there.
Well, he blows
Charles,
like
hey,
he blows like a lot of people off.
That's not a blow.
It is a blowout. It kind of is a blowout.
I seen you shaking and hugging people. I don't know what more you want
I
from
don't
him.
think he was shaking or hugging anybody.
You don't think? He looked very open and
He
accepting
would,
to me.
like, from what I saw live.
He doesn't
like,
agree that
it's like-
Michael is the greatest.
I see that they wear no masks either there. They must think they're in Florida.
Not at all. Nobody had masks on.
Nope, no one has masks on in Florida
Yeah.
anymore.
And what was that whole thing a tribute
They
to?
do?
Why would
There,
they?
it was the
Saturday night
halftime
when
show.
we
It was
were with you.
my bad. It was.
He's shaking his head.
There are people with masks.
I
It's
wear
not-
it.
It typically tends to be people who you look at and think they're at risk for other things.
I went to the doctor's office today. I took it off because no one was in the room. And she came in and yelled at me. I'm like, so sorry.
Medically, you got to be. If you're in some medical facility,
I gotta wear a mask.
you got to wear a mask.
Walmart used to have to wear it. The employees don't have to. Now it's voluntary.
But people do. Employees don't. Come on.
Oh no, I think.
I was there yesterday.
Yeah, employees still do because
They still do it, but they have the option.
That doesn't make sense.
Well, the people.
It's an option for everyone.
Oh, is that what it is? Because the Walmart had a lot of people that did.
We've
I
missed
wear
her,
mine.
right? Haven't you missed her yelling out?
No. Who the hell is that? But no, I wear my mask. I wore it to that thing, and then I took it off when I sat down. I don't know. I'm all mixed up now.
COVID's not going to kill you now.
Yeah, let's put the next piece.
next piece is our big man, a power forward, winning the 3-point contest.
Who's this?
Carl Anthony Towns,
And who does he play for?
Timberwolves, Minnesota.
And he won the 3-point contest?
Yeah, he won against
How
a
many
lot of
did he
spots.
shoot in a row?
I mean, I forgot. I think he ended with a score of like 30, almost 30.
Wow.
I think 29.
Wow.
But he beat
All right,
a lot
let's
of
roll
shooters.
that. Wow. He's
Yeah.
good.
This is my pick. So as long as he gets 20 or above, correct, he would be moving on.
He'd be moving on. CJ McCollum's in the hot seat right now.
Cat, show him something, Cat.
Cat didn't miss in the warm-up.
I'm just going to sit back here, Reg, and I'm going to drink my water. Hold it. Look at this.
Get that little set shot going, Reg.
And he has range from anywhere, too. This dew ball is going to be nothing for him. Nothing. Regular shot. Oh, he just missed it.
Money rack.
We good. And this is that high screen and roll that Minnesota runs with him and D'Angelo. Hot back.
Yeah, we good. Hey, we good, Cat.
Yeah.
We good, Cat. Ooh, could have used that one.
That's all right, Cat. Let's get like 22. Now we got some work to end this. Let's get 22, Cat.
CJ McCollum on the hot seat.
He is on the hot
We need that. He's at 19.
I feel like he's rushing a little bit. He's at 17, right? There we go.
CJ McCollum at 19.
Yeah, we're going to get a nice 22 on this, Red.
Next one down.
We're going to get a nice 22 on this.
Another one out.
Come on, let's get this 22 right here. Do you see how he gathered himself, the shoulder shrug?
It's shooting lights right now, Reggie.
But he could put a lot of pressure on them.
Let's see if he have a 28-round, Reg. He put a lot of pressure on
I
those
think
guys.
25 will win it.
25 will win it.
25 will win it.
I think we go up for 28. Let's go, big fella. Money rack's in the middle, by the way.
So he got the nervousness out the way.
Yeah.
He's more relaxed. He looks even more confident. And his spot is coming up.
Get hot!
Oh,
Get
he's hot.
And he did. Like for 4 or 5 years in a row, he did it. They
good.
couldn't beat him.
Larry was good. He could
But
shoot.
I have to say, like, a lot of people were social distancing from, like, you know,
this thing?
the halftime show. They were calling a lot of legends' names out because they were showcasing 75 years of basketball, and a lot of them didn't show up, like Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook, Larry Bird.
Westbrook didn't show up?
Bill Russell didn't show up.
Kevin Durant didn't show up?
No,
But
nobody.
it was his team.
No, everybody was like virtual, or like they recorded a virtual thing.
I think Russell didn't show up.
Yeah, Russell.
But he can't. He's not. He's not healthy enough to do it anymore. He's an old guy.
What happened to Westbrook?
No, I said Bill Russell.
Oh,
Bill Russell.
Bill
Yeah,
Russell.
Bill Russell video, like did a video of himself. Larry Bird did a video of himself. A lot of people did like, take their health in consideration.
That's good.
It was 75 years of basketball, they say. So there was.
That's what last night was?
Mm-hmm.
I used to love the NBA All-Star team.
Wow.
Loved it. I don't even watch it anymore. I didn't even know what was going on.
That hurts. That hurts. Okay. So next video is gonna be Steph Curry winning the MVP for a first MVP in honor of Kobe Bryant. He got 50 points last night.
Wow.
Now,
And it's now my honor to present this first time ever Kobe Bryant newly designed trophy and the Kia MVP.
I mean, I'm pretty sure they're going to show highlights after this.
One of the NBA's 75 all-time greats, Steph Curry.
The trophy that redesigned for Kobe. Yeah, still 50 points. Vanessa Brown winning.
He shot a midcourt shot, turned around, and asked the fan, did it go in? And it went right in. He didn't even look at it, and it went in. This guy is amazing.
He can do it.
So the Kobe Bryant trophy going to the 2022 Kia NBA All-Star MVP. You've done a lot of things in your career, Stephen, but All-Star Game MVP, add that to the mantle.
Yeah, that's pretty special. Obviously,
being back in
remember when
Ohio,
he was
playing
a,
with the best guys in the league.
rookie.
And, celebrating the highest
He
level
played
of
against the
basketball.
Knicks
And
and dropped
obviously
50.
this trophy has a very special meaning, honoring Kobe, Gigi, everybody that was lost 2 years ago. So very humbled, very blessed, and I really appreciate it.
Can you express to the folks here what it's like when you're in the third quarter and you're scoring 21 points and everything you're throwing from anywhere is going in, what it's like to spend that amount of time in that
There you
zone?
go, he is.
It's fun. It's like obviously a lot of reps,
What's he, like 20
a lot of
minutes
work,
left?
and then this is the freedom to just be
28?
creative and have fun with it. And
27?
it's obviously great when I get going. The energy picks up, and I think the game kind of turned in the right direction after that too.
Wow.
And I think it's testament, too, to the change. And I think putting that target score up there, the defense intensifies there in the fourth quarter, and every trip means something.
Absolutely. I wasn't here the first time they put that format in, and I was watching at home, and you could definitely feel the intensity turn all the way up. And, you got to get a couple stops. Jared and Joel is banging down low.
Beautiful.
DeMar, Brian hit
Like
two
one of the
big
best.
shots. So
What was the new ruling?
Huh?
might
What
have
new
started
ruling?
off slow, but
They have a
definitely
new
picked
rule in
up in terms
defense.
of, giving the fans a great show.
I didn't
Well,
hear
you
anything
just
about
Just
that.
too shy of the all-time record.
I tried.
He beat out his teammate with
Congratulations, Stephen.
for 3
Very
points
happy for you.
on the All-Star
He
game.
makes it look
easy.
effortless.
He's amazing.
All right,
LeBron too.
Team LeBron winning over
They,
Team Durant.
I'll say,
Here in the
they made up to like
2022
300,000
All-Star game in Cleveland.
for like
what a
charities.
great host this city has been.
They made like over 300,000 for charities. For
They raised
like,
over 300?
Yeah, because Durant, what is it? Durant had a foundation and LeBron had a foundation for each team. So whoever wins such and such quarter gets to give at least 100,000 to the charity of their choice.
Oh, that's a good reason to do it.
Yeah.
Do you think people still love it and watch and believe in the charities, or do you think people have become desensitized to things because of COVID?
I think they still love it because of, what is it? Bringing, especially being that it's in Cleveland, LeBron likes to bring stuff back to, I'll say, where he was raised and give the opportunity to the kids that didn't have an opportunity before.
So he left Cleveland to go win championships in Miami. He went back to Cleveland, but he loves Cleveland now.
But he still loves Cleveland.
What's about the kids?
I feel like you have like there's
That to
there's
me is
something.
not. I'm sorry.
He is the best.
I'm old school. I believe you
He
go
has
with
a
one
school.
team, you stay with one team, that's your team. Good, bad, or indifferent.
But he has a school, Gub.
Those days are long gone.
Thank you.
Yeah, and
Now
now
it's a business.
It's
no,
about
it's
school.
not a business. You know, there's still tradition. There's still the right way of doing
If you
things.
could do better with somebody else, if you could find a better partner and could take you to TV faster than I could, would you go?
No.
Oh, thank you.
No, that's not the way I do it. Listen, I played ball in my day. I played for some clunkers.
True.
And I stayed.
No, but
Stayed. And when I got traded, I didn't go.
No,
I told the team I wanted to end my
You
career.
do. That is true. You stay. You are pretty committed even when you're not committed. You're
I
committed.
am old school, 100%. Winning to me is getting there. And if you have a bad team, like if LeBron's, you want to make him the greatest, he should have stayed in Cleveland, stayed in Cleveland, and again stayed in Cleveland.
Look what
That
happened
is
to the
my
Heat.
personal
Look
belief.
what happened to Matthew Stafford staying in Detroit. I'm just saying.
What
like,
happened with the football guy?
Who?
That's Trafford.
Stafford, yeah.
Did he fall off the stage onto a
No,
photographer?
The
No,
photographer.
the photographer fell.
No.
You
yeah,
called
but he's
it.
paying. He called it, but
called
he's
it.
paying for
What
the.
did you say? Right, so they're paying for all the medical bills now.
Yeah, sure they are
Yeah.
because
Because he took a sip of his drink and kept
Yeah,
walking.
he
was
turned
drunk.
around and then he acted like he didn't see it. Like he
But
should have.
Trafford's wife was all over it.
He should have helped.
Did you see that? She jumped down and helped that woman.
He
Right.
should have helped.
Anybody would have gone and helped the woman who fell off the stage.
He
Anybody,
didn't want
under
to. He
any
took a sip of
circumstances.
beer.
He walked away,
Did.
and it's a really
Again,
no
he
ma-
said that
no
he
matter
was-
what,
Bad look.
it's a really bad look.
he didn't know what to do.
And he couldn't write a check fast enough
Correct.
to try to CYA. That was really bad.
I heard his wife was all over it. You
All
got to
over.
help her. You got to
You
do
bet.
something.
The wife, I think, was right there.
Yeah, she jumped down to help the girl.
Yeah, I mean that was not.
She hurt her spine and broke her equipment. They already replaced the equipment, and she has
did she
medical
break
doctors.
her back or something?
The hospital, yeah.
She injured her
she was in
spine.
bad shape. I mean that was. Come on, let's go.
Come on.
Yeah,
Steph.
so that's a problem, right? First thing I think of is our crew. First thing you think is workman's comp, and then you think she probably worked for herself, right? She's probably
Could be freelance.
an independent freelance
Freelance, yeah.
photographer who doesn't have all this coverage is a deep pocket that's going to take care of her. It was the right thing to do for sure, but you just think now she's hurt over something that's
Who
just.
is on President's Day? Who is the president that fell off a stage backwards?
Oh, wasn't it Ronald Reagan?
No.
Oh, Mondale.
No. Ford.
He fell off the stage
you're right.
backwards?
Okay,
Ford.
yeah. You're right.
Ford fell off the stage.
But he
went, oh, you saw him.
He did, but he did that It happened to him a couple of times.
You had to laugh. When you think back to the bloopers of our presidents as running this greatest country that we live in.
Right, and what was funny, what was ironic about him was that he was a great athlete. Gerald Ford was like an All-American football player. He was a really good athlete.
He tackled well. He got tackled
and,
well.
you know, and he had these bloopers, and Chevy Chase was on Saturday Night Live and made fun of him, and that was it became a lifetime routine for him.
It was relentless.
Yeah, he was
They
relentless.
burned him. So now that the basketball is midway through, my Knicks ain't going anywhere. The Heat are doing very well
March
this year.
Madness is coming up, right?
March Madness is coming up. Baseball is on strike. How do you feel about the baseball strike?
I love it. They should the players should be on strike, just like I felt the same way about basketball being on strike, because you know I feel like the owners should treat the players like, I'll say, like players or like human beings, because just like how you were pointing out, like you should stay on the same team in basketball. Some people, like a LeBron, like a Durant, think bigger than basketball, because there's somebody that wants to be like the next LeBron. And the fact that they, open up their platform, being that, you know, they should be earning the correct amount of money. Yeah.
If you own the Miami Dolphins, you're the owner.
Yeah.
Right? And you pay all these salaries from stadium and all your other businesses because you don't make enough money in the stadium to pay these salaries. You need to have other contingencies. Would you be willing to give up more of your ownership and profit to give the players what they want? Not the Dolphins. I'm talking about the Miami Marlins.
What do you mean to give them what they want?
In other words, they want more money for younger players. Mm-hmm. You know, there's only 2% or 5% of the guys that are making the big dollars. Everybody else is making the smaller dollars.
Correct.
So the average salary in baseball is $575,000. And then they want to raise it to $750,000. And the owners offer $650,000. Now, I don't know about you, but $650,000 to me, it sounds like a whole lot of money, but apparently it isn't.
It's not enough.
It's not enough because the baseball players have training.
When is enough money in anything?
Well, you're never going to say it's enough because then you lose your edge, right?
When is
so
enough
you got
enough?
guys, did you see Juan Soto turn down a $500,000 contract over 13 years? Who does that? Mahomes signed the same deal, right? 500,000?
I would say, yeah.
10
years. 500 million.
But like on the back
500 million.
Over 10 years or something.
Not 500,000.
500 million.
Okay.
So when is enough enough?
Well, you've got billionaire owners and multi-millionaire players.
Correct.
And what are they arguing about? Like you say, the minimum
money.
The minimum salary. I mean, the guys who have it tough are the minor leaguers because they play basically for meal money. It's really tough.
That's
until
who they are fighting for.
Right. Okay. Well, the
Allegedly.
major leaguers. What I don't understand is at this point, hey guys, you're all billionaires or millionaires. I understand that the guys who may not make it aren't getting paid $20 million a year. Okay, great. You can't figure it out so you can play the game?
I would do away with the minor leagues.
Why?
You what? I'm sorry?
Do away with the minor leagues.
You can't. You can't.
Hold on.
Why? What are you going to do?
I would say, you know what? If it's such a problem, all you multi-billionaires, you run the league. And do away with it. If we're going to have this much problem about the minor leaguers or the 25th guy on the bench, you know, the 25th guy on the bench is the guy that they're fighting for because they want him to have more money. It's not like in football that you have a short career in baseball. If you're a fielder, if you're a pitcher, you have a short career. But how much is enough? I mean, what do you do with that Japanese player from the Angels? How much do you give this guy? I mean, he's the greatest I've ever seen in my life.
I think they've given him everything. What's left?
I don't know what do you give a guy like that?
Didn't they actually? What was it? I think they actually offered him a piece of the team.
They have to. There's nothing else to
seriously,
give.
I think they did.
They did that with Reggie Jackson. They gave him 25 cents of every seat in Yankee Stadium.
Not bad.
Not bad.
At what point should people have to give back to the community and give back to maybe the underprivileged youth to give them a chance?
A lot of them do. I think that for the most part, I can't speak to what goes on in Florida. In Boston, we have an organization called the Jimmy Fund that was started by Ted Williams in the late 40s. And they just, all the players on the Red Sox and even on the other teams, the Jimmy Fund is their charity. They raise millions every year. The sports radio station in Boston does a radiothon for the Jimmy Fund to raise money to fight cancer in children. In August, they raise millions and millions and millions of dollars, and this has been going on for years and years and years. They do good stuff. The story. I'm not a big Roger Clemens fan, but Roger Clemens, every now and then you'd see pictures pop up, and nobody said anything. He goes to the cancer ward at Dana-Farber Cancer Hospital in Boston to see the kids, and
they've got some great commercials out Dana-Farber now.
Yeah, they do. They do. There was one girl who they had a little 6-year-old girl who had cancer. This was several years ago, and she was pretty adorable. And unfortunately, cancer got her. But it's heartbreaking. What do but they're good. But the players and the teams, they do a lot for these charities.
$70 million minor league baseball brings into West Palm Beach.
But there's a lot of money that a lot of people bring in. You just want them to give back. I was watching a piece yesterday on Byron Adams. Remember the comedian? Do you know he has a multi-billion-dollar media group?
I didn't know that.
Multi-billion dollars. It was for Black History Month. And he wants to be the biggest media conglomerate that he can be. He started in comedy back when he was just 18 years old on Johnny Carson, right? And he's built this major conglomerate, and he bought the Weather Channel in 2018, the first African-American male business owned in media. And his whole platform is to give back to the African-American youth, to teach them. He says to be a mentor to one person, to see that where he started, not poor, but not wealthy, in a small little home in the South, to this multi-billion-dollar conglomerate, right? You never even knew, right? You don't even hear about it. It's like he has built this wealth up on the phrase, and didn't lay low, but I guess in the media world, and there he is. In sports, though, we're so quick to blow it up. There's so many other businesses that can give back and help also that we don't even hear about.
Well,
because sports is always front and center.
But they do. You got a lot of sports people that do give back, especially the contracts that are so lopsided and the upswing. They're forced to have to give back because you got so much money coming in. If you don't give back, they call you all sorts of names. So you got to be, you set up somebody, usually it's the wife, the girlfriend, somebody sets something up for the not-for-profits. But my contingency here is that when is enough enough? And I understand that baseball players make up the game. I get that. And they should also make money at the game.
Sure.
Because they worked all their life to do it. And I understand that the minor leaguers, they basically are starving because you can't survive on that $21 a day meal ticket. I get it. But then you get married and you have 6 kids and 3 puppies and you got a mortgage, and all of a sudden she's working her butt off to support the family. I mean, you're going to have to be a little bit smarter than this thing. If you want a baseball career, don't get married yet. Just wait.
You could say that about anything.
But the problem here is that you got to put a round peg in a round hole. And baseball owners, they did give on the last contract. But now they're asked to give even more during a very crunching time. Do you do that?
But keep in mind that, and it's the result of one thing. There's always bigger television contracts for every one of these sports. And when the value of the contracts go up, there's more money coming into the owners, and the players are entitled to a piece of that. Now, I mean, believe me, I grew up in a time when there was a reserve clause and everybody got paid. What'd they get paid? 20 grand a year, 25 grand a year?
Tom Seaver, $23,000.
Yeah, I mean, that was big money, and that was big money.
Big money.
So it's a different world, and it's just not the same anymore. But you know, because back then, these big TV contracts didn't exist. If you owned a team, typically you owned the stadium, and your revenue was from selling hot dogs and selling tickets. And back then, merchandising wasn't that big a deal.
Speaking of merchandising, we have not done a piece for us yet today.
Merchandise.
Let's advertise Brooklyn Cafe TV coffee.
No, where's
from
your
Don
Gubba
Pablo.
shirt?
My what?
The Gubba shirts.
It's right behind that curtain right there.
You should bring one
Door
out.
number
Let's
one.
do a little merchandise for
We
the
can do
Gubba
that.
shirt.
Are we taking a break, or what are we
We're
doing?
going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, merchandising time is what it's going to be. Merchandise.
merchandise.
Gubba shirts, cafe, promotions.
Sunglasses,
some
hats, the whole night.
Swag.
Oh, swag.
Cole's Crib, swag.
It's Cole's Crib.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
We hope you're enjoying this episode of the Brooklyn Cafe TV show. Whether you enjoy watching in the mornings or afternoons, you can now watch with your favorite merchandise. Choose from the Brooklyn Cafe t-shirts, ranging from sizes small to 3XL. Colors available include black, dark heather, and navy. Feeling chilly? Just check out our latest hoodie with over 9 colors to choose from. Sip on some Brooklyn Cafe coffee with Dawn and Freddie in a matching mug as seen on set. Brooklyn hats and special seasonal items are always popping up and available upon request. To purchase, you can visit our online store at brooklyncafe.tv/shop. Happy shopping!
Oh, what a beautiful morning. I am so glad today we got an early start. Where are we headed anyway?
Who knows? Wherever this glorious day takes us, and we'll take Don Pablo along too. Rich and flavorful with low acidity and notes of caramel. No matter where you're going or where you end up, Don Pablo never disappoints.
Excuse me, is that Don Pablo coffee?
Sure is.
Do you have any more?
Sure do. Baby, hop in.
No matter where life takes you, Don Pablo Coffee is always there to pick you up.
Welcome to Sunshine Senior Solutions, a medical supply company that puts patients first. Sunshine Senior Solutions offers durable medical equipment and services to help simplify the lives of patients, caregivers, and their families. Visit our website at sunshineseniorsolutions.com. Sunshine Senior Solutions, bringing the heart back to healthcare.
Jay Harmon exclusively in the Gallery of Boca. Jay Harmon captures the essence of really creative and captivating mind. Jay Harmon brings light into the darkness on majority of his pieces, using a negative background to highlight the details of some of his looks. I know some artists use white canvases, but he thrives on a black canvas. And here's the kicker: he only uses pencil, colored pencil, graphite pencil, and pencil for his art pieces. Yes, I know it's hard to fathom that these beautiful pieces came from pencil, but yes, they did. And the only way you can experience Jay Harmon is if you come to the Gallery of Boca. Jay Harmon, an unconventional artist with a unique story behind every canvas.
Cool, calm, collected. Needing a drink to end a long day, or maybe to start your vacation right? Gubba Rum is here to let you kick back and do just that. inspired by a technique that dates back to the 1800s. These artisanal, organic, and naturally infused rums are made from pure cane and the finest fruits, spices, and herbs the world has to offer. Gubba Silver is infused with naturally shredded coconut, and Gubba Gold is infused with real vanilla bean. Simply shake and enjoy. Visit gubbarum.com to find the nearest location to buy or enjoy. All establishments have personally reviewed and enjoyed firsthand the wicked smoothness of Gubba Rum. 35% ABV and 70 proof. Gubba Rum, it's wicked smooth.
Watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
I feel like Donald Trump. Welcome, welcome, welcome. He goes like this with the hat, Trump. You ever notice it?
And this segment of the show brought to you by Gubba Rum. It's wicked smooth. Look at this new t-shirts and merch. You got the new merch hat on. I got to wear one on Saturday, which is very cool. Love these shirts.
Thank you.
Love the color. This whole Gubba Rum. It's really, really nice.
You'll be able to go to the BrooklynCafe.tv merch store. Hit the collaboration store, and in there you will find all of Gubba Rum's merchandise that we're going to be posting in there. The hats came out really cool.
The hats are great.
I tell you, they did a very nice job on the hats. I love the shirts. I wanted a black one, but
you're always in black, Batman.
I know, but that whole thing looks really sharp.
But I like it in blue also. It's kind of very tropical.
Yeah, no, I like the shall we call this teal? Is this almost a teal?
That's a Miami teal.
Turquoise, teal, you think? Maybe. I don't know. I like it. It's very tropical. It's very
I was very happy with it. I didn't know how it was going to come out. I was really happy. I think it came out really nice.
I think they came out great. They did a really nice job. I'm glad that you found a lot of connections down here that you can help grow your business down here without always having to ship things. And
and they were done in 24 hours, which I'm going to tell you, did a nice job.
Yeah, they did a nice job.
What's next for Gubba Rum? Next event, next showing?
I believe the next, where are we here? February. I think the next big event is the Miami Rum Congress in Miami, March 11th and 12th. Coming up. And then there is I think after that is the then there is an event in Brickell, the Taste of Brickell, March 19th, and then the Brain Bowl.
You're going to be here a lot, or do you have representation?
You know, that's a heck of a good question. I don't know how this is all going to work out because I don't have coupons for JetBlue where you just give them a coupon and hop on a plane.
No bartering, no Gubba for a plane flight?
I tried that, and they said, and we are happy to have you aboard, sir. Take your seat and put on your seatbelt.
Has it gotten more expensive to travel?
Well, no, I don't think it's. I mean, I guess it is, but the only thing that was more expensive on this particular trip is that this is in the Northeast. It's school vacation week, so they know they have you, and so the airline tickets were more than typically more than they usually are, and the rental car situation was not pleasant. But
that's the problem, right?
The rental cars is the big issue.
So apparently that's coming up here as well. I think spring break, Salsa just told me, is a week from Friday down here.
There's no cars?
Well, no, it's spring break. So
it's spring break. So
it's
all
just
the prices.
Same situation. It's coming down, getting cars. Spring break.
We should do Rent-A-Wreck.
Rent-A-Wreck?
That's where I used to get my car, Rent-A-Wreck.
Rent-A-Wreck?
It wasn't, a glamorous car, but it got you to and from.
Just a car, so hopefully you'll be back.
It was a Puerto Rican car.
I have an older vehicle right now. I'm not driving. You know how you go to a rent-a-car place and there's a Maserati and a Porsche and all that? I don't have that.
But at least you got your blue suitcase.
I'm sorry?
At least you got your blue suitcase.
I got my blue suitcase.
What's in the blue suitcase?
I didn't tell you about dropping my keys in the to the car in the dumpster the other day. Yeah, but I got them out.
You what?
I threw out a bag of trash, and then I looked at my hand. I always keep my key. There's this wire thing, and I make sure I'm holding on to my key. And apparently, when I took the bag of trash out of my hand, the keys went with it.
Oh my goodness!
But luckily, they fell into the bag, and I was just able to reach the bag, because otherwise I'd be walking back to Boston right now.
Oh my gosh!
Lord Barry left his keys in that white sofa.
Oh, he sent us music. I guess we'll download that for tomorrow's show.
And he couldn't find his keys for an hour.
Oh God. That happens. It's happening to me too frequently now.
I can't believe we're in the middle to the end of February already, and people are spring breaking, getting to go back. Time to get things up and rolling and pushing it out.
Yes, it's very discouraging.
Ready to wrap this up?
Yes.
All right. Have a great day, everyone. If you want more information on Gubba Rum, GubbaRum.com for if you want a sampling. We always have enough here to share. Always room at the end here at the cafe. You can go to brooklyncafe.tv to find all of our merch and soon to be able to find this great Gubba merch as well. Steve, it's been a pleasure, as always, to have you for a couple days.
Thank you for inviting me. I really appreciate it.
So much fun. We've got some film footage that the crew took on Saturday, so we'll put that out also.
Yes.
See what happens. Have a great day, everyone. Stay safe, and we will see you tomorrow, 9 a.m. drive time.
And don't be late.
Well, that's about it for today. Even though the show's over, the Brooklyn Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun every day from 12 to 2. If you missed some of the laughs from today, Dawn and Freddie S. will bring you more good cheer next time. You can follow the Brooklyn Cafe on Facebook at the Brooklyn Cafe TV to rewatch every minute of the show. We'll see you next time.
In the cold and sleepless nights, I wait for you to bring me back to life. In my electric eyes, it doesn't mean that time can thicken every single breath. I want to unfreeze my heart and fly away. That's why I wanna save it. Your moons and craters. Open up my eyes, waterfalls of ice, sweeping me away like an avalanche. Helpless as I fall, the words can't say it all, sweeping me away like an avalanche, like an avalanche. I listen for a sound, waiting deep inside my maze of sweeping thrills and colors. Just a ray of light, bathing me in drops of ink that gleams across my body. Wish you could unfreeze my heart and